Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Gold Rush, is Tony Beets really a mean person? Gold Rush fans who watch the Discovery show know that Tony Beets is a Dutchman who worked his way up in the mining industry. Once just another machine operator, he's a big man in the Klondike now. Apart from that, is he a mean person? Discovery fans want to know about that, so they discussed him on social media recently. Tony Beets sometimes seems mean and nasty. Parker Shibble and Tony struggled for years to stay at the top of their mining game. Actually, they clashed over the years, and sometimes he had to be reminded that Parker worked just as hard as anyone else. As it's a harsh environment, competition between miners always seems bound to happen. Tony Beets is not always a nice guy to work for, judging by the Discovery show. However, some viewers think that Fred Lewis is way worse. In fact, the crew members who leave and go over to Parker compare it to leaving hell and moving to heaven. However, recent fans think that Tony might win the award for being mean and nasty. A newcomer to watching the Discovery show took to Reddit and raised some questions about Kevin's dad. The OP wrote about binging the show. Is Tony Beets really that big of a jerk? Hey guys, new member here, first time post. I've got a question. Me and my wife have been binging this show now, and we are on season 9 of the show. In the early seasons of the show, Fred was kind of the villain of the show, but ever since Tony has been in the show, he's gotten meaner and meaner. Is he really this mean? The show makes him look downright evil. Ick about spoilers, so if they make up, go ahead and tell me lol. Those who followed the Gold Rush show for years disagreed that Tony Beets is plain mean. Interestingly, some of them met the miner, and others worked in the industry. He does a hard job in a hard environment. He doesn't have time to be cuddly. I've worked with and for guys like him. It's nothing personal. They just don't have the time or the tolerance for nonsense. And he's running a business in what I assume is very brutal and competitive line of work. We could totally understand Tony's straightforward no nonsense. The Parker drama, Tony is pushing his buttons on purpose to test Parker. Want to see the real Tony? Check out his Facebook, or when he sees his granddaughter sick on cam. Tony Beets seems to be very successful, and his net worth of $15 million proves that. However, he probably comes across as a no-nonsense person because time is money. As he worked so hard for his success, do you agree that he has not got the time to coddle people? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below and come back here for all your Gold Rush and Discovery news. Tony Beets, the legendary figure of Discovery Channel's hit reality series, Gold Rush, cuts an imposing figure on screen. With his rugged demeanor, booming voice, and no-nonsense attitude, he's often portrayed as the quintessential tough guy. But is Tony Beets really a mean person? Or is there more to the man than meets the eye? To understand Tony Beets, one must first delve into his background. Born in the Netherlands, Beets immigrated to Canada in the 1980s. Seeking a better life, he worked hard, taking on any job that came his way, from farming to working in construction. Eventually, he found his calling in the gold mining industry. This was no small feat, as gold mining in the Yukon is fraught with challenges, from harsh weather conditions to the constant threat of equipment failure. It's a world where only the toughest survive, and Beets not only survived, he thrived. On Gold Rush, Tony Beets is depicted as a man who demands perfection and hard work from his crew. He's not afraid to let them know when they're falling short, often using colorful language to make his point. To some viewers, this might come across as mean-spirited. However, it's crucial to remember that reality TV often amplifies certain traits for dramatic effect. The mining business is high stakes, and the pressure to succeed is immense. Tony's stern approach could be a reflection of the intense environment in which he operates, rather than an indication of his overall character. Moreover, Tony Beets is known for his deep knowledge of the mining industry. He's been mining for decades and has built a reputation as one of the most successful miners in the Klondike. His expertise is invaluable, and he expects his crew to meet the high standards he sets. From his perspective, anything less than their best effort is unacceptable, not out of meanness, but out of a commitment to excellence. His brusque manner is, in part, a reflection of his passion for the work and his desire to see his team succeed. Another layer to Tony's personality is his sense of responsibility. He runs a family business, and his success directly impacts the livelihood of not just his family, but also his crew. In the unforgiving world of gold mining, mistakes can be costly. Equipment failures, safety hazards, and miscalculations can mean the difference between striking gold and going bankrupt. Tony's strictness can be seen as a way to ensure the safety and success of everyone involved. His stern demeanor may well be a form of tough love, pushing his team to be the best they can be. Off-screen, accounts of Tony Beets paint a more nuanced picture. Those who know him personally describe him as a generous and caring individual. He's known to help out fellow miners and has been a mentor to many in the industry. His family speaks highly of him, and his dedication to them is evident. On Gold Rush, viewers often see his interactions with his wife, Minnie, and their children. These moments reveal a softer side, showcasing a man who values his family above all else. His willingness to involve his children in the business indicates his desire to pass on his knowledge and secure their future. It's also worth noting the cultural aspects at play. Tony Beets' directness can be partly attributed to his Dutch heritage, where straightforwardness is often valued. In Dutch culture, being blunt is not necessarily seen as rude, but rather as being honest and to the point. This cultural lens can help explain why Tony's communication style might come off as abrasive to some, but is perfectly normal and even respected in his cultural context. Tony Beets' philanthropic efforts further complicate the narrative of him being a mean person. He has been involved in various charitable activities, supporting local communities and causes. His contributions to the Yukon and beyond demonstrate a commitment to giving back, highlighting a side of him that is rarely showcased on television. In conclusion, while Tony Beets may appear mean on Gold Rush, this characterization is likely an oversimplification. His tough exterior is a product of his environment, his dedication to his craft, and his cultural background. Underneath the gruff facade is a man who cares deeply about his work, his family, and his community. Reality TV often magnifies certain traits for entertainment purposes, but those who look beyond the screen will find a more complex and, ultimately, more human Tony Beets. The measure of a person goes beyond what is seen on television, and Tony Beets is no exception. He embodies the resilience, determination, and spirit of the Klondike, proving that in the pursuit of gold, one must be tough, but not necessarily mean.